have a problem with black women.
Lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and to my channel members, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright, lovelies, let's get into this. So lovelies, I came by this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this, beard right man decided to turn the table around and call, black people racist, especially black women. Guys, you know the worst part of this? A lot of people came for him, including his own brothers and sisters. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of his video, and do not forget that this channel do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for education and purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's get into it.
Yes, I am. I'm calling out the hypocrisy when you sit here and you can be a black liberal woman and trash white people all you want. You can say anything you want about us, but we're not supposed to say anything back at you or complain about it because we're the racists. No, actually the black liberal women, they're the racists. They're the biggest racists in America. I think they actually would make the KKK blush with the amount of racism they can put together. And funny thing is, they always like to tell white people how to act, how to behave, how we should think. Yeah. I think the KKK did the same thing. But hey, it's okay because, well, it was done to the ancestors, so it's okay to be done now. Now, that's called racism. It's wrong and it's hypocritical. So yes, I'm calling it out. Could someone please explain this to me? What is it with black liberal women and when they get into a position of power, they abuse it? I mean, you got the mayor of Dalton, Illinois getting charges. You got Fannie Willis got her stuff. You got Mosby. I mean, there's several others. Look, I'm going to tell you honestly, in my 43 years on this earth, I have had a lot of bosses. And one thing I'm going to tell you is the worst bosses I ever had, not all of them were this way, but they were usually black women in power. And I could name about 5 of them that I had. It's like once they got into power, boom. It was like they thought their shit didn't stink. They walked on water. And they had no problem abusing people and using their position of power for their own gain. Not all of them. I had some really good black women who were my bosses. A couple of good ones. But unfortunately, I had more often than not. And I tell you what, throughout my time in the military, one of the key things you would hear is somebody would complain about their boss, and you'd hear it's a female, and you'd hear how they're being treated and how they're treating people. The next question will, are they black? Yes. Well, there you go. You can call me a racist all you want. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Okay, I do not know what is up with that, but it's a reality. It's sad because I don't think it's the majority, but it seems to be enough that it's very visible. And, my wife said the same thing with her bosses. I knew plenty of people. I had a Hispanic airman who was my favorite troop. She went into a meeting with our boss one time, who was a black woman. She came out of it and she goes, I want to work just with you. Do not want to deal with her unless I absolutely have to. Because I was her direct supervisor. She's like, I don't want to deal with that woman. She's like, that woman is all about power hungry shit. So I was like, yeah, I know. Now, what are you going to do? It's just, sorry, you can get mad at me all you want, but that's my experience and a lot of other people I know's experiences, and apparently seems to be a trend in politics now. Only it's you're not supposed to say anything about it because otherwise you're racist. Well, no, it's not racist to call out if you're corrupt. and abusing power. Okay? I've seen it done. All right, I've seen people abuse power, but I ain't never seen it to the degree I've seen it with black women in power. I'm just saying. That's my 43 years experience.
I guess the better question would be, what is it with these less than mediocre white guys with beards experiencing male pattern baldness by the age of, let's say, 21, living in mom and dad's basement with a motherfucking opinion about black people, especially black women? Stop being a victim. Like, who's the snowflake here? I mean, if you want to talk about abusing power, look no further than every white male in the history of this world. In fact, your fearless leader right now has 91 indictments, convicted of essaying a woman and forced to pay back money. Currently owes $354 million in restitution because of fraud. Was convicted of defrauding people out of money with Trump University. Has said it's okay to grab women by their... Told a United States citizen who happened to be an Arab Muslim woman to go back to her shithole country. And you feel threatened by a black woman because she probably held you accountable at your job? The greatest threat to the security and safety of not only this country but the world is a white man. I promise you that.
It's always the white bearded men that don't look like they bathe that have something to say about black women. Every time. Every goddamn... Don't worry, this video will be part of a series I like to call Black History Month, brought to you by bearded white men. Also, you will see your own video again, just to understand this. Could it possibly be that you were a piece of shit? What happened to that personal responsibility thing? Said you were in the Marine Corps, said you were in the Air Force, yeah. And you had black female supervisors or women supervisors. Could it possibly be that you weren't doing your motherfucking job? Could it? I mean, did that ever occur to you? Did that ever occur to you? The reason black women act the way they do when they're in power because they understand the concept. Do the job. Do the job. And they're going to do it better probably than you will. But I understand that's a hard concept for you. Because y'all like yelling personal responsibility until it's your own personal responsibility. Could it possibly be that you were just a shit Marine, a shit airman, just dog shit across the fucking board? You think that might have been it? You think maybe it's a possibility? Because I have served under black women commanders in the United States military, and I've never had that problem. Never. No, if I was fucking up, they would come and tell me. You know, because they want me to be better. I have worked with black women supervisors my whole life. My whole life. And what I've noticed, especially from the backwoods contingent, is that y'all complain a lot about what people have done to you, but y'all never take any responsibility for the shit that you've done. You know how y'all like to yell personal responsibility with black on black, whatever the fuck? Yeah, you are racist. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Because maybe, and I'm just spitballing here, maybe you just were dog shit in the military. You ever think about that? Did that ever occur to you? Maybe the reason your black women supervisors were so hard on you is because you weren't doing your fucking job? Could that have possibly been a bit of a reason? Because I would think that would be more of a reason than, say, a power trip. Considering the fact that black women understand that they're going to be scrutinized by bearded white men just like you. So they're going to do their job a hell of a lot better than you will. Ever. Ever. So maybe, and again, just spitballing here, maybe the reason those black women supervisors were shitty to you is because you were a shitty fucking person. Content of character and all that. Maybe they saw that you were a slacker. Maybe that's what they saw. Maybe they looked and said, he's not going to do his job. He's not. Gonna have to ride him. Gonna have to be hard on him. Because he's not gonna do his motherfucking job. Not without somebody putting boot to ass. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Yeah. Consider the fact that they worked their motherfucking ass off to get there. Why in the fuck would they risk it on a power trip? When in actuality, it's you that had a problem with having to answer to them in the first place. Hence the reason your fucking job performance was ass. Doesn't seem to be a problem with everybody else. Doesn't. It's always the bearded white guy contingent. So don't worry, you will see your own video again. I'll make sure to tag you. And I'm telling you I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It's going to be called Black History, brought to you by bearded white men. Don't worry, you'll have some excellent fucking company. Consider the fact you called yourself racist. That damn self, so. But I noticed that. Whatever happened to personal responsibility? Did you do your job? Were you where you were supposed to be, when you were supposed to be there, in the uniform you were supposed to be in? Because if not, is it really the black woman supervisor or is it your piss poor performance? It's Sounds like a you problem. And here you are all on the internet talking about how many jobs you've had with black women supervisors. Sounds to me like it's you. It ain't them, it's you. Because again, I have served under four black women commanders, and I never had that problem. Never. I've had black women NCOs. I have had black women lieutenants. I once met a lieutenant colonel, a black woman, was running the dog shit out of her battalion. Didn't seem to be a problem. But then there's you. What are black women actually doing? They get power. Because they're doing their job. You just don't like it because sometimes they go after people you like, and sometimes it's you being a piece of shit worker. You think maybe, possibly, that might be the reason? Or is that one of those things you never consider because you just want to project your racism on everybody? It's not us, it's you. It's not us, it's you.
As a fellow veteran, I must say I am appalled and disgusted by your statement. How dare you, a white man, have the audacity to claim that black women are the biggest racists in America? Have you not learned anything from your time in the military, where diversity and inclusivity are not just buzzwords, but values that we swear to uphold? Let's break down your argument, shall we?
I think they actually would make the KKK blush with the amount of racism they can put together.
First of all, to even compare black women to the Ku Klux Klan is not only ignorant, but also deeply offensive. The KKK is a domestic terrorist organization that has a long history of violence and discrimination against people of color, particularly black people. To suggest that black women, who have been historically oppressed and marginalized, are somehow on the same level as the KKK is not only absurd, but also shows a complete lack of understanding of the systemic racism that still exists in our country. Furthermore, your claim that black women tell white people how to act, think, and behave is not only false, but also reeks of white fragility. You see, as a white person, you have been conditioned to believe that your way is the only way, and that anyone who challenges that is being racist. But the truth is, black women are not telling you how to act. They are simply demanding to be treated with the same respect and dignity as any other human being. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then maybe you should take a long, hard look at your own biases and privilege. But here you are, a privileged white man trying to tell black women how they should feel and behave. Your statement reeks of entitlement and privilege. You, a white man, have the audacity to tell black women how they should act and think. You have the audacity to compare their justified anger and frustration to the actions of a hate group. You have the audacity to claim that they are hypocrites for speaking out against the injustices done to their ancestors.
It's okay because, well, it was done to the ancestors, so it's okay to be done now. Now, that's called racism. It's wrong and it's hypocritical. So yes, I'm calling it out.
First of all, the fight for equality is not just about the past, it's about the present and the future. Black women are still facing discrimination and inequality in every aspect of their lives, from healthcare to education to the criminal justice system. And to suggest that they should just get over it because it happened in the past is not only dismissive, but also shows a complete lack of empathy and understanding. It's time for you to wake up and realize that your white privilege has blinded you to the realities of racism in America. And instead of using your platform as a U.S. military veteran to spread hate and division, why don't you use it to educate yourself and others on the true meaning of equality and justice? Because as a fellow veteran, I can tell you that is what we fought for, a country where everyone is treated with respect and dignity, regardless of their race, gender, or background. So before you go spewing your ignorant and offensive opinions, I suggest you take a step back and reflect on the harm your words can cause. And maybe, just maybe, try to see the world through a different lens, one of empathy, understanding, and solidarity, because that's what being a true American is about.
And when they get in...
Why is it white, mediocre, balding men who couldn't walk a mile in 12 minutes have a problem with black women and strong women in general? Why? Because you're mediocre? Can't do anything else except complain about women and black women at that? Let's see, Fonnie Willis had to go to court because of her private life. Her private life has absolutely nothing to do with you. Did you know that black women are the largest growing business owners in the United States? Congratulations, black women, you're doing fabulous. Do you know that black women are the highest at getting higher education in the United States. They're the ones who are getting degrees. Go, black women. I love you. These white, mediocre white men, they can fucking bite it.
Me.
Oh. Imagine being so fucking racist that black women make your pussy hurt.
I'm assuming that's the section that you wanted stitched, right? I mean, I'm sure you thought, how can I really just... And that was the phrase. That one right there. So I figured, since that's what you wanted, I'd give it to you. So now that we've got getting your attention out of the way, how about we talk about your misinformation and the fact that you seem to want to blame everything on black women. Meanwhile, you should be talking to your mother. First and foremost, she should be talking to you about hygiene and how she failed you. I mean, I know it goes back generations that our people were just, required black people to teach us how to bathe. Yeah, that's where we learned hygiene from. Long time ago, yeah. And when our mothers were too busy, right, doing whatever it is that they did besides raise their children, guess who was raising us? You know the answer to that. Yeah. So I think you still need to go back and talk to your mother. Because it seems that she couldn't even afford to have you raised right. Yeah. So that makes you poor. And, okay, cool. So we've got two out of the way. Poor, white, and based on your surroundings. Well, who am I to judge? Let's go ahead and do it since you're so good at it. I mean, it seems like you're fine with that type of dialogue, right? So you should be fine with me talking to you the way that you want to talk about black women and how black women hurt your little feelings. So now you have to come out to the internet with your out-of-control eczema and your vape and cry and be mean and try to provoke and rage farm off of black women. It's almost as if you have a kink. I know you got your new sheets and you want to wear them out. That is. But it would be better off if you just put them on your bed, right? Sought out a really good dermatologist. And then go talk to your mom and ask her why she failed you. Because you're taking it out on the most compassionate, most educated, most patient, and most tolerant group of women on the planet. Because trust me, if they wanted to ever get even, because you just wanted somebody to come out here and regurgitate all the historical facts because you get your rocks off on the idea of women being hurt, especially black women. A misogyny war is just, well, I'd say eating you up from the inside, but yeah, it clearly hasn't been doing its job. You're still here talking.
You want to know how it's different when a person of color calls you a name versus when you call them a racial slur? Well, let me tell you, since you seem to be so confused. First of all, a name is just a name. It might hurt your feelings, but it doesn't hurt your chances of getting a job, a loan, a house, or a fair trial. It doesn't make you fear for your life when you see a cop or make you face daily discrimination and harassment. It doesn't erase your history, culture, and identity. It doesn't make you less than human. A racial slur, on the other hand, does all of that and more. It's a weapon of white supremacy, a system that has oppressed and exploited people of color for centuries. Second, you need to understand that racism is not just a matter of personal dislike or prejudice, it's a matter of power and privilege. The definition that you're using is outdated and inaccurate. It was written by white people for white people to make them feel better about their racism and to deny its existence. The most recent and accurate definition of racism is the oppression of a racial group to the advantage of another, as perpetuated by inequity within interconnected systems, such as political, economic, and social systems, especially white supremacy. According to this definition, people of color cannot be racist because they do not have the power or the privilege to oppress white people. They can be prejudiced, yes, but not racist. The only type of racism that people of color can perpetuate is white supremacy by internalizing its messages and supporting its structures. So the next time you feel tempted to cry, reverse racism, or play the victim, think about the real victims of racism racism and how your words and actions contribute to their suffering. Think about how you benefit from white supremacy and how you can use your privilege to fight against it. Think about how you can educate yourself and others about the true meaning and impact of racism and about how you can be a part of the solution, not the problem.
Like, seriously, lovely. The good thing about all of this is that, his brothers and sisters actually came for him. Like, I don't know why some of these, people want to feel oppressed. They actually want to feel what, people of color are feeling. Like, why the hell will he go ahead and say that the most, racist people is, black liberal women, like women in high position, like black women in high position. Sometimes I just sense this form of jealousy, like you are someone of color, you are not supposed to, be in this position. Like, they get so, people like this, not all of them, as you can see in the video, majority of them actually came out to defend, to, cancel him. Like, what the heck is he even talking about? Because it's so obvious that a lot of people are just so, jealous, envious of the, of the people of color. And what I see in this whole thing, in this his narration and trying to paint women in high position black as if they are now the racist. Like, how is it even possible for someone to be racist towards someone that actually invented racist? How is it even possible? You are the people that invented racist in the society. Now you're feeling, or you want to tell the table around as if this person is actually the person that invented racist, but your generation, your ancestors, they are the beginning and the end of racism. Now you're trying to turn the table around. All I see here is just, jealousy of how or why would someone like this, be in a certain position. This actually reminds me of a video I staged about one crack of a guy trying to talk about how he went into he visited a place and it was actually a black receptionist or a black administrator that attended to him, and he was in the fact that why would this woman be in such position if not for affirmative action? Like, they are like, okay, he was like, she is not supposed to be in this position because of the color of her skin or because of who she is. So therefore he don't feel comfortable with her in that position, and he only blame affirmative action for that. Meanwhile, this gray guy actually forgot that affirmative action was favored. It's actually favored the white women the most. Like, another one, he talked about why he wouldn't be in a plane flown by a black pilot, that he don't feel comfortable on a plane, flown by a black pilot. And this actually got me thinking, like, so qualification is not more based on your academic records and all of that. Now it's based on the color of your skin. So if you're not in a certain color of skin, that means you are not qualified to be in a position. Then if you're in a certain kind of skin color, you are now qualified in a certain position, even if academically you are not qualified, but because of the color of your skin, you are qualified. And now this bring me back to this guy with these beards, talking about how the problem they have in whatever is the liberal women. What he meant by liberal women is black women in a high position. That means he feels so intimidated with this kind of women. He feels that, okay, this kind of women is not supposed to be in such position because you are from this race. You are not supposed to be in this position, even if these women are just trying to do their job. They're just trying to be professional. They're just trying to focus on how to bring a good reputation for themselves and for the job. But he will always feel threatened by this woman, trying to make it feel as if they are being racist towards him. Meanwhile, you and your ancestors are the one that actually invented the word "bre" and "sis." How can you be racist to someone that actually invented the soap provider? And now he's blaming a lot of women, came for him. Like, I didn't even see a lot of, black people stitching his video because, how it is. I was so shocked when I was seeing stitches by his own brothers and sisters trying to cancel him. Why would he say such thing? And I was so surprised that they are actually, this makes me have a bit of relief that some of them now understand how the system works, even if when some of them still act naive or still act ignorant of what's actually happening. Like, you are saying that this thing is created by me. Now you are trying to turn it around as if it is actually created by the people that you are oppressing. But all I see here is still jealousy. It's still big time jealousy. They cannot take when someone of my skin color actually in a better position, maybe in a higher position compared to them. They see it as like, oh my God, you are not fit to be in this place. You are not qualified to be in this. In short, the rate at which your skin is has already disqualified you. And this is actually the situation of this young beard, of this 44-year-old beard man, calling women that have worked themselves up to be in a certain position. Do you know what it means for someone of color to be in said position? Do you know what she has passed through? Do you know the level of discrimination, the level of studies, hard work, dedication that will make a woman of color be in a certain position that she eventually will become your boss? Like, you need to cut cut for such a woman. You need to say, oh my God, you really tried. Coupled with the fact on how society have made achieving some certain things in the life of people of color so difficult because of the way we came out looking. Instead of you to congratulate her, instead of you to respect the fact that she was able to scale through all those, stumbling blocks on her way to success, you decided that, oh my God, she is not qualified to be in that place. I'm so angry. I was supposed to be in that position. She is supposed to be underneath because of who she is. Then you instead of you to appreciate her efforts and her dedication to her job and how she actually carry herself. Maybe she's just trying to mind her business. When black women actually mind their business at workplace, you guys think it's she's being rude, she's being arrogant, she's being bitter and angry and all of that. And she's like, maybe she's probably trying to focus more of her energy into her job, and maybe you, in the other hand, is not actually doing your job well because of the privilege you think you have. Now you are seeing it as a threat. You are seeing it as if, oh, she's being racist towards me because she never allowed me to misuse my opportunity, maybe to do whatsoever I want to do because of my privilege. Now, this is how I see it. She never allowed you to, try to manipulate your way into the way you do your job because, this is my, this is our thing. We are the superior, so I have to do the work the way I just want to do it and get away with it. I think she want to put up with that. She probably don't want to put up with with you and the way you handle your job duties. And now you've seen it as if she's being racist towards you. And this, bring me back to always ask myself a question. Why is it that some of people like you with this beard, you often, try to cry and see yourself as the victimized one, but you are the one that actually introduced victimization in the society. But you are now trying to make it feel as if I'm the victimized person. These people who always clap around that, like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to achieve? And the thing is that this thing is just like a mirror. Everybody have seen. It's just, everybody knows the way the system is. Everybody knows the way the system has been operating right from there, right from 1500s. And you are here trying to, I don't know, maybe you're trying to get, like, validation from your brothers and sisters who actually came around and can see you for trying to, bring up something that is not even true. Or maybe you have probably, spied her in some kind of way, and she just decided to keep her distance and become so professional. And now, or maybe you expect her to, look, in some side of way, or talk to you in some side of way, or not being professional and try to like hang and kick and all. Like, what do you actually want? Why is it that some of you, not all, because I'm so impressed by the response, some of you will bend in having, someone of my type of skin to just be in the low, even if these people are struggling day and night to put up their heads high, trying to create a little bit of wealth for themselves and that of their generation because of what have been stripped off of them. But people like you will just keep on making their work so frustrating. So, just look at you. You have been working with so many different bosses all your life. That tells the kind of person you are. And you are now jealous of, someone trying to build herself in a certain position. Maybe do you know what she has passed through to get to that position? Do you know how hard it is for a woman a black woman for that matter, to ascertain that kind of position in the economy or in the society of today, without being dragged, without being pulled down multiple times? But she decided to just focus on, okay, I need to get it out there. I need to get to this certain position. But instead of you to just, appreciate her for her effort and tell yourself the truth, but because of the way the society have made it look like, instead of you to just tell yourself the truth and like, oh, well, for her to get to this, oh my God, I'm just going to do my job, focus on my work, be dedicated and perhaps even learn from her. But you decided to stay one side and like try to make it seem as, okay, every other person is actually not finding it funny working with her. Do you know what she has actually passed through? Do you know her history? Do you know why she just decided to just mind her business, focus on her job, do her thing diligently? Do you know why? And now you're trying to make it seem as if, black women, black liberal women are now the problem. Because at least I know you've seen this trend on TikTok of where so many black women is talking about how these liberal white women frustrate them at work. Now you are coming out here to make it seem as if, no, this is the other way around. I also experienced this. You are not the only person that experienced this. So black people, black liberal women also are in this position, are in this category. So what? We all know all these techniques. We know these tactics. So you are not just gonna come here, sit around, try to make us understand that, okay, black women are now racist. Like seriously, black people cannot be real and cis. They cannot. How would they be real and cis in the society that they are being oppressed? It's not even making any logic. It's not making it's not making sense. They can't. Now you are now using this reverse racism and all of that to try to justify the fact that if we can't speak out, it's now like if we speak out, that means we are real and cis. No, you guys are. You are. If not all of you, but you in particular, you are. I'm just seeing envy. I'm just seeing jealousy. I'm just seeing someone that I have not, as in someone that's wishing a position is supposed to be his, but someone else is taking it away from him. Because of my privilege, I'm supposed to be in this particular position, but this person is now in that position. This is all I say. This is all I say. And the stitches I was able to put together, I'm so impressed. Like, I wish that if people like this can keep on, then the world will be a better place and a better home for everyone to relax and not make the other person feel less of him or herself. Seriously, I'm so impressed by all these stitches. Like, they actually put him in his own place. They set him records. They canceled him, and I'm so, Anyways, lovelies, if you agree with this man, you can just leave me your thought in the comment section. And if you otherwise, you can also leave me your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for watching. And I want to use this medium to thank my newest subscribers. I want to use this medium to thank my supporters, those people that support me one way or the other, my super chatters. Thank you so much for all the love and support. My channel member, thank you, all the love and support. Share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're here to do that. If you're possible, subscribe, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. If you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that this channel, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe if you're here to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.